Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Chloe and Leo show. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Leo. Today, we are talking about something very delicious, but also very strange.
That's right. We are talking about food, but not just any food. We are looking at ancient European royal dining etiquette.
Etiquette. That is a big word, Chloe. What does it mean?
Great question, Leo. Etiquette means special rules for behaving well. For example, how to sit, how to eat, and how to talk at a dinner table.
Oh, like don't talk with your mouth full?
Exactly. But in the past, kings and queens had much stranger rules than that. Today, we will travel through time to see how people ate in the Middle Ages and the Renaissance.
I'm hungry already. Let's start.
Okay, Leo, imagine you are at a big party in a castle in the year 1300. You are sitting next to a king. You want to eat your meat. What do you use?
Easy. I use my plate and my fork.
Wrong. In the Middle Ages, most people, even rich people, did not have plates.
No plates? So, did they put the hot meat on the wooden table? That's messy!
No. They used something called a trentʃə. A trentʃə was a big, flat piece of old, hard bread. They put the meat on the bread. The bread soaked up all the juice and fat.
Wait, so the bread was the plate?
Yes. And here is the best part. After dinner, you didn't wash the plate. You gave the bread to the poor people to eat, or you gave it to your dogs.
Wow. That is actually very smart. No washing dishes. I like the Middle Ages.
But wait, there is more. You didn't have a fork either.
No forks? How do you eat soup?
You used a spoon for soup, but for meat, you used your fingers and a knife. But there was a rule. You could only use 3 fingers to pick up the meat.
Why only 3?
Because using your whole hand was ugly. Only the low-class people used 5 fingers. Royal people used 3.
Okay, so I have my bread plate and my 3 fingers. But you said they used knives. Was that dangerous?
Yes. In the past, people used their own personal knives. They carried them everywhere. But at the table, you had to be careful. You could not point the knife at your face, and you definitely could not pick your teeth with the knife.
People picked their teeth with knives?
Yes, it was a big problem. Later, a famous man in France called Cardinal Richelieu hated this. He ordered the tips of all dinner knives to be rounded.
So that is why our butter knives are not sharp at the top today.
Exactly. It was to stop people from being gross at the table.
So, when did the fork arrive? I don't like eating with my fingers.
The fork has a funny history. It came from the Middle East to Italy first. Then, a woman named Catherine de' Medici brought it to France in the 1500s.
Did people love it?
No, people hated it. They thought it was too fancy. Some priests even said the fork was the work of the devil.
The devil? Because of a fork?
Yes. They said, God gave us fingers, so why do we need silver fingers? People thought men who used forks were weak.
That is crazy. I use a fork every day. I guess I am the devil then.
It took hundreds of years for the fork to become popular in all of Europe.
Let's talk about the kings of France. They were very rich, right?
Oh, yes. Let's look at King Louis XIV. They called him the Sun King. His dinners were like a theater show.
A show? Did people watch him eat?
Yes. Sometimes hundreds of people stood in the room just to watch the king eat his dinner.
That sounds very uncomfortable. I can't eat when people watch me. I get nervous.
Not the king. He loved it. He usually had about 50 different dishes for one dinner. He had servants for everything. One servant for the wine, one for the meat, one for the bread.
Do they have napkins?
They did, but they didn't just put the napkin on their lap. In the royal courts, the napkins were huge, sometimes as big as a tablecloth. They would hang the napkin over their shoulder or around their neck like a bib.
Like a baby?
Yes, but a very expensive silk baby.
Okay, Chloe, give me some more fast rules. If I'm a guest at a royal dinner in the year 1600, what must I not do?
Okay, here is the no-no list. Don't blow your nose on the tablecloth. Don't spit on the floor. Or if you must spit, put your foot on it immediately. Don't offer someone food that you have already bitten. Don't scratch yourself at the table.
Don't blow your nose on the tablecloth. That is a very good rule for today, too.
I hope so, Leo. Also, you could not talk about bad things like sickness or death. You had to stay happy and light.
I heard that salt was very important in the past. Is that true?
Very true. Salt was very expensive. At a royal table, there was a big salt container called a salt cellar.
Where was it put?
It was put in the middle. If you sat above the salt, close to the king, you were an important person. If you sat below the salt, far from the king, you were not important.
So salt was like a map of how cool you were?
Exactly. If the king liked you, you got the salt.
Wow, Chloe. Royal dining was very complicated. No plates, scary knives, devil forks, and salt rules.
It was. But it shows us that good manners change over time. Today, we use plates and we don't watch the president eat his dinner on TV, usually.
Thank God for that.
Okay, let's review some vocabulary for our listeners. Etiquette, rules for good behavior. Trentʃə, a piece of bread used as a plate. Napkin, a cloth to stay clean. Salt cellar, a container for salt.
Great! To our listeners, do you think these rules are better or worse than today? Leave a comment on our YouTube channel.
Thanks for listening to the Chloe and Leo Show. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.
See you next time. And remember, don't pick your teeth with a knife.
Bye!